Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be painting my fences and I'll also be painting the doors on my garden office. The garden office has been up about 10 years now and I think it's time it had a little bit of a facelift. Everything nowadays seems to be dark grey or black, so I've decided to take this photo and run it through an AI image generator. I asked it to make the fascia and the doors black, and this is what it came up with. It looks good enough, so I'm willing to take the risk. I'll start with the fences first. I'm going to be rubbing them down with a stiff brush to remove any dust, loose wood, splinters and so on. This is the paint I'm using, and I'll be applying it with a large, fairly stiff emulsion brush. I did think about using a spray gun and compressor, but I was a bit worried about the overspray drifting onto the neighbour's garden. I'm using a brush instead, as I think it will be a bit safer. It may take a little longer, but so far it's not too bad. That's the fences done. I've even done the other side as well, just to match it in. They needed about 1 to 2 coats, and a second coat was applied very lightly, just to cover areas that the first coat missed. Now it's time to paint the man cave. I'm starting with the top fascia section, and as you can see it's looking grim and really dirty. I'm going to use a fence paint I used, but I'm going to slightly darken it with some black wood stain. I'm going to make sure I stir it in thoroughly, and then I'll apply it using the same brush I used for the fences. It went on pretty quickly and it only needed 1 coat, and it already looks so much better. Next up, I'm going to do the doors. I'll start with a shed door first. I'm going to brush this down to remove any dust or any loose flaky bits. I'm using a Dulux Weathershield exterior wood paint in black satin. After stirring it well, I'll use a 3-inch brush just to paint it on. That went on fairly quickly, and it only really needed 1 coat. Now for the larger doors, and I'll do the same process again, but it's a bit trickier because of the narrow window slats. This part took about 40 minutes, and it will definitely need a second coat since it's looking a bit patchy in places. For the window edges, I'm going to use a 1-inch brush, as it's fairly fiddly and requires a steady hand, but it was much faster than masking everything with tape. Plus, it's good practice and good for your brush control. Well, that's another job done, and it looks fairly fresh, modern and updated. Here's a comparison, before and after. And you can also see then the AI mock-up I made earlier. The AI image didn't quite get the wood joists at the top, but it gave a pretty good idea of what it would look like painted. And as you can see, the result was pretty good and matched pretty much what the AI was doing. The result isn't far off at all. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for some more videos.